All right, welcome to the last video of the section, not the chapter. It's probably going to be short, but if you look down at the video and you see that it became long, you know right now, Jason, you're lying to me. But hopefully, I'm telling the truth. I'm just going to talk about the definition for one-to-one functions and do a single example. Okay, the definition might seem a little familiar. Okay, a function is one-to-one. And a lot of times we'll abbreviate that. Function is one-to-one, often abbreviated one-to-one like that. It's one-to-one if every output has only one input. Now, you might say, Jason, we've already had this definition. This is the definition of a function, no? And the answer is no, but it's very close. So it's a function if every input has only one output, and it's one-to-one if the reverse, the converse, is also true. If every output has one input, then it's also one-to-one. All right, so very similar definition. This is going to be very useful later on in the chapter. We aren't going to use it too much now, though. The horizontal line test, little fun fact for you. Sometimes this is called the HLT. Test this. So I said this is a very similar definition to being a function. To test whether something's a function, we had vertical line test. Well, we just switched the inputs and the outputs. Now we have a horizontal line test. All right, so if we do an example number 9 are the following. One-to-one. Let's just throw the horizontal line test at it. And again, we'll talk more later about why it's useful to know whether something's one-to-one. But for now, we're just going to introduce the definition, put it in a corner, and then I'll cackle when it comes back. All right. So I'm just going to copy down some graphs. Maybe over here we have some cubic graph. Here's the square root graph. Let's look at the reciprocal function. Drawn a bunch of graphs. The reciprocal squared function. Something like that. The absolute value function. Hopefully you've seen some of these before. And the cubed root function. I'm trying to get better at using like the different intensity levels for thickness. I'm still getting comfortable with this tablet. So we're just going to use the horizontal line test for all of these. What was the horizontal line test? Basically the vertical line test with a horizontal line. Can I draw a horizontal line that crosses the graph more than once? If so, it's not one-to-one. All right. So here, let's look at this first one. I can draw a horizontal line that crosses the graph multiple times. No good. It's not one-to-one. Second one. Every horizontal line I graph only crosses it once. So the second one will be one-to-one. Third one, every horizontal line, those aren't horizontal, but it does pass a horizontal line test. This one doesn't pass a horizontal line test. This one doesn't pass a horizontal line test. All of these lines I'm drawing are crossing the white graph multiple times. This last one does pass though. All right, so anything with a line that crosses multiple times is not one-to-one. Everything else is one-to-one. And that's going to be useful later on. And that's this whole video, one-to-one. All right, saved you a little treat for the last one. All right, the last one of 3.1. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions.